What I'd like to do is I'd like for you to walk away thinking that I've given you something that you can use in your quest to help other women and to help each other. And that's communicating, which I believe is the absolute, obviously, the absolute key to everything. From where I sit, communication is the foundation of everything successful. The important thing about that is when you really think about it, communication is so important, yet it's learned passively. The way we communicate is largely how our parents communicated, or the people we grew up with. Yet, we have to learn how to drive and get a license to learn how to drive, right? In order to practice medicine, you have to go to school and have a license. You go to business school. But learning how to communicate properly is left to the devices of something that's learned passively. And it's critical. It's an absolute critical building block to doing everything properly. So, for the last 25 years, I've been teaching this communication course. The interesting thing about that is, even though I know how to communicate and I know how to communicate well, unless you're actively using the tools, they simply don't work for you. Simple communication trick. So, verbal message intentions, and you hear me talk about that, these declarations and these verbal message intentions. So these are just two of the tricks that I teach that I want you guys to take away, because they really are very, very potent tools. First of all, declare. Your goal in launching the message is how you want to feel and how you want your receiver to feel. Have you guys ever thought about this? So you have to be very careful about your message declarations, understanding that when you have workers who are around you, you have a history in the way that you communicate with one another. And so it's up to you, when you have that knowledge, to change that history. So how do you do a message declaration? Well, before you even launch something that you're saying, can you guys see? Okay. You have to decide the goal. How do you want to feel? And how do you want your receiver to feel after you've delivered that message? It's that simple. So, for instance, I want me to feel good. I want you to feel badly. That's a message declaration, right? So one of your employees or one of your workers or somebody forgets something, and I'm not saying anybody in here does that, but some bosses do that. And you're reading them the riot act. The question is, what is your declaration? Do you want that person to be more productive, or do you just want them to feel like crap? I want to feel good. I want you to feel badly. That's a message declaration. Believe it or not, if you don't declare it, that's what happens. You are stupid. I am smart. How many people have said something to you, and all they want to do is sound smart and make you feel not so smart? Has that ever happened to anybody in here? It happens to a lot of us. That's a message declaration. Be aware that you're doing it. And you may want to do that, but make sure that it's deliberate. I am a success if you are a failure. Lots of people do that. Well, I'm not going to help them. They should know by now. I'm not going to help them do this. They're going to have to figure it out on their own. That's not productive at all. So you have to ask yourself, do I want productivity? Or do I just want this person to feel like they're a loser? It's a message declaration, and it's a very deliberate message declaration. I want me to feel good. I want you to feel good too. That is a powerful message declaration. If you can decide, sometimes you might have to take that bullet. And I'm not saying that you can't be firm, but there's nothing wrong with being gracious and saying, oh, I'm sorry, I may have made a mistake. You may have misunderstood me. You know darn well that person didn't misunderstand you. They just plain got it wrong. But do you want to be right? Or do you want to be productive? And what you have to do is you have to decide what's more important, being productive or being right. I've been talking about this. Does this all make sense to you? All right, so I need volunteers. 2 volunteers. If you don't raise your hand, I'm going to pick you. 2 volunteers, you and you. Come on up. So, what we're going to do is we're going to do a little exercise, and it's called message declarations. Do you guys have any questions about message declarations? Does it make sense? I'm going to stand you right here. All right. You're the boss. You're the employee. There you go. I am smart. You are stupid. So, she's late. It's a problem. It's affecting productivity. You want to be smart, and you want her to feel badly. Go deal with it.
Janet, how many times do I have to tell you that it is important for you to stay here late hours? We all have families, we all have things to do, but you have to stay here. You have to be committed to this team. It's not acceptable for you to leave early.
What do you think? She's nice. I thought she was kind of nice. Yeah.
That was for me.
She's kind of nice. That was your mean?
Yeah.
Go sit down. My message declaration, you are too nice. I need a real peach. Who can be mean? I need a good, right here. You be mean. Okay, somebody pointed to you. You need to look and see what's in your quiver. Really?
Well, I'm the big sister.
You have a poison quiver over there because a couple of people pointed to you. All right. So, I am smart. You are stupid. That's your message declaration.
You were supposed to be here at 8 o'clock. Do you know what time it is right now?
8:30.
Seriously, y'all? Come on, give me somebody mean. Everybody pointed to you. Come on up. Come on up. The lady with a poison quiver. Come on up. Show me something good.
Oh boy, I don't know.
You guys, don't be shy. We know you have it in you. Message declaration. She's always late. I am smart, you're stupid. Get all up in her grill.
I'm not really sure why you think your time is more important than our time, but as employees, as our whole team, we all need to be here on time to get the job done.
Give her a round of applause. That was crappy. Okay, get a little bit closer. Get in her space. Okay, now, I want you to do the same message, but this time, I want you to use the message declaration, I am successful if you are successful too. So think about that for a second. Give her that same message in a way that makes you successful and her successful.
You all know that we worked together for like 8 years, right? She was my boss.
And ain't this great? Turnabout is fair play.
You better make me shine.
Jan, I understand you might have some things going on in your life that are causing you to run a little bit late in the morning, but it's affecting the whole team, and in order for us to be successful, we need to know what we can do to bring you on board to get here on time so that we can all work together.
Wow. Give her a round of applause. Do you guys see the difference? There is a difference in your message declaration. Once you decide how you want to communicate that message, then you can decide how you can make it come true. You guys were great. Thank you. Look at that quiver, girl. You're going to get what you need. I'm going to get what I need. And this is going to be successful. So that's the message declaration. So where there are rules, where there are tools, rather, there are rules. There are always golden rules with your communication tools. Declare before you launch a communication. Declare a desired outcome, which is your goal. Declare how you want to feel after delivering the message. How do you want to feel? Do you want to feel good? Do you want to feel like you just squashed somebody? Declare how you want your receiver to feel after delivering the message. And deliver the verbal message based on your declarations. And by the way, that goes for written messages as well. It goes for emails as well. So when you guys go out into the world today, as you're talking to your children and your husbands and your employees and your workers and your equals and the woman at the grocery store and whoever you're talking to, I want that little germ in your head to, before you launch a communication cycle, before you speak, declare your outcome. What is your desired outcome? The best one is, I want to be successful. I want you to be successful too. If you have that declaration in mind, you're going to raise productivity everywhere you are. And that is my way of upping productivity from the boss down.